Hey, is there an inner battle going on in you to do with self-criticism? Maybe you're battling with untrue or limiting beliefs that put you down, like, oh, I'm just not as good as others. I'm not good enough. I'm not wanted the way I am. I need to be better, stuff like that. And are you therefore lacking self-love and self-confidence? If so, this video is for you. Okay, so let's see. You are probably feeling an inner self-talk that's going on, and it's not positive. It's not helping you. It's not loving towards you. It's judging yourself, putting yourself down, or making yourself wrong. If that's you, I invite you to stay tuned and I want to give you 3 really must-do practices if you want to come back to loving yourself and stop the battling that's going on within you. Hey, I'm Cummins and I am passionate about living life from love. I am an energy healer and self-empowerment and self-love mentor, and I am here to help you to love yourself, to live from love, and then spread the love and inspire others in your world to do the same. Okay, so today I am talking to those of you who are suffering, I would say, with self-criticism. And to start with, I want to share with you, there is of course a reason for that. Because whatever we are experiencing, there is a source, there is a cause or a reason for what's happening, either within yourself or around you. Very important to realize that our reality is caused by certain beliefs or unresolved emotions. That is how we are creating our reality. Okay, so you might be battling with comparing yourself to others. You're never as good as anybody else. You believe that you are simply and truly not good enough. Or maybe you are avoiding certain people and you're maybe even keeping yourself to yourself too much because you're fearing other people's judgment. And you maybe experience anxiety because of that. You might experience definitely lack of self-esteem and self-confidence, and because you are simply believing that what you're doing is wrong and that other people can overpower you with their judgment or with their criticism. And it is probably difficult for you to speak up, to speak your truth, to stand strong, to assert yourself and just make yourself heard, just voice your opinion even. Okay, so if any of that is going on, what I want to invite you as practice number 1 is to stop the battling, like putting yourself down and, oh, there it is again, I'm thinking that again, oh God, no, go away, just, piss off, whatever. If you're doing that, any battling, any resisting, any disliking or judging will persist the battling. What you resist persists. And it's not a good strategy. If you want to heal from past wounds, which is really the cause of this self-criticism, you know what's needed? It's always love, self-love. So the scenario that was maybe the cause of your lack of self-esteem and your belief that you are not as good as others, or you're just plain simply not good enough, comes from a certain scenario, comes from a certain belief. And to start with, I want to invite you to actually really invite you to stop the battling and become fully aware of it. Shine your full presence onto the inner mind chatter that you're having. And that means to actually sit yourself down. It might help to write it all out, what you're thinking, or to tune in and listen. Simply listen. So stop all the doing. That's because that's all the mind's business. You know, the mind will not stop doing unless you direct it to stop doing anything. And I want to invite you to become very present and aware of what are you telling yourself. And once you're doing that, you cannot doing that while you're doing something else or just driving somewhere, or make yourself think the positive opposite. That has its place, that's a good practice, but if it's an ongoing, long-standing self-criticism, that goes hand in hand with a low vibrational emotion, then it's most likely an unresolved issue from your childhood or even from a past life. And you can't just change that by thinking positively, you know, the positive opposite. So please, I want to invite you to sit yourself down, to become 100% present with the negative mind chatter and start sending love to it. Start listening to it, just listening to it. Hear what this past self of yourself is saying to you. This is a message from you to you. So that's the first must-do practice. In order to dissolve anything low vibrational or negative or dark, all we need to do is either send love, light, or truth to that, whatever is happening there. So we could also ask ourselves, is that actually true, what I am believing there, what I have been believing? I'm not as good as others. Is that actually true? And your mind might say, yes, because you did that, you know, you did that really big mistake there. And your mind might hold you hostage, is that right? To your belief. And because you just believe it and you just go along with that and you don't investigate it, it stays like that. And you repeat the same belief. Yes, I'm just not good enough. Yes, I've made a mistake and I'm bad. Or yes, I've done this wrong and therefore this is it, I am wrong. Okay, so if you are now looking at all of that from the point of love, or with the eyes of love, basically with the eyes of your creator, what would love do? What would your creator do in this situation? So love can only love. Love cannot do anything else. And if you want to live your life from love, you would look at this, whatever you did, this so-called mistake, from love. And I want to invite you to do that exercise and see what happens. Please share with you your outcome. I really, really, really would love to hear from you. And most of people don't do this exercise. They say, oh yeah, nice advice. Okay, sounds good. And then they move on to another video, to another thing, and they never stop and do this. Is that going to be you? Up to you. It's your choice. You know, you can change it now, or you can change it next week, in a month, in a year, whatever. Up to you. I want to invite you to stop and send your presence, your love, your light out towards this unresolved issue. Okay, that's practice number 1. And that means, really, in a nutshell, no more resisting, no more battling with life, with anything that life brings you, whether it's something from the inside or the outside. Okay, key number 2, must-do practice is to stop punishing yourself even more, you know. So I've already spoken about that a little bit, by, you know, perpetuating the beliefs and believing even in them, even though they feel low vibrational, even though they feel, you know, making you feel bad or sad or angry or unwanted, unloved in some ways. Because if that is the case, you are being guided here to show you, look, you're believing something that isn't true. Because if it was true, you would feel uplifted. Any belief that is true will feel uplifted, or peaceful, or at ease, or expansive, loving. And if it isn't the case, then please look at it, whatever it is that you're believing, and feel the feeling. Be fully present. And by just with your full presence, you can shift this emotion that is maybe running in you. So then there's the second must-do step really is to stop punishing yourself on top of the already misalignment that you're experiencing from your childhood or even a past life. Love yourself, love what is there, love whatever is coming up, even if it feels like it's a mistake, something you've done wrong, or what other people judge you on. Because that's only other people's point of view, and they are coming from their stuff, they are coming from their past experiences and probably from their own pain. Okay, and then listen, then it's really important. Instead of trying to cover up, trying to distract yourself, trying to gain other people's maybe pleasing others by gaining their love, by gaining their approval. So you might do what other people are saying you should be doing, or you might be doing something that doesn't feel good to you, but you think it's giving you approval from another person. That's not coming from love either. It's trying to get love from an outsider, from a person around you, from a loved one. But what you really, really need is your own self-love, your own approval. You need your forgiveness. You need your acceptance and your own love. So we first forgive anybody else who might be part of this dilemma that you are experiencing. And then come back to yourself. Take back your full power from the other person that you have maybe made responsible, and take back your power and simply send yourself love. No other person can actually overpower you. No other person can judge you if you are loving yourself 100%. And this is the most important task, the most important achievement that we all need to accomplish if we want to have a life full of confidence, love, peace, joy, contentment, and ease and fulfillment, and living from our soul's purpose. Because living from our soul's purpose really at the first instance means we are loving ourselves exactly as we are. Okay, that's what is my message today. It's the most empowering and powerful message that we all need to really understand. And if you want to find out how I might be able to help you, just have a look underneath this video and listen to the next one coming up here to get an insight on how you can help yourself when you're feeling triggered. Okay, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video if it helped you, and I would love to hear from you. Any feedback that you are having for me, it would be always welcome. Bye for now, until next Sunday. Take care and love yourself.